Hello, I'm Kate Stichen on InstaForex TV with the fresh Forex news. For the pound, it is an interesting period until the time is coming for the hearing on the emergency budget on Tuesday. The time has come when the information starts to leak about what new will be said by the Finance Minister George Osborne. Most probably there will be a lot of different information in press. There are no doubts that this is an important event for the pound. The British currency very sensitively responds to the fears that Great Britain can lose its credit rating of AAA level. If Osborne does not dare to the tough budget reduction, then the rating agency will decline the rating and the British currency will drop. If the budget settlement is going to be excessively tough, then there will be nervousness on the market in connection with the probability of the second recession, and the pound will also fall. Osborne has to find the golden mean between these two scenarios. His Conservative Party adheres to the maintenance of the excellent credit rating, and the recent recall of the Fitch rating agency about the necessary significant reductions provided him with additional arguments in dispute with opponents. That's why there is a possibility that the traders need to prepare for the advance of the pound during this week. Probably there is some stretch because the public finances of Great Britain are in a sad state and will remain in this condition for a while. The rating agencies will wait a couple of days in order to examine the budget and come to a conclusion. That's why the uncertainty is a dominant factor now. Even a small hint of the investors' nervousness will be enough in order to push the pound downward on the way of investors' refusal from the risk. The worst situation will happen if ahead of hearing on Great Britain budget at the last moment the shocks will appear in Spain connected with the sovereign debt, because this will strengthen the nervousness and will worsen the investor sentiment, and Osborne will not meet expectations. Nevertheless, it's unlikely that the situation will develop according to such scenario. The very important thing is that the pound is cheap presently. Even analysts who do not like this currency and expecting that it will considerably fall against the US dollar in the coming months note that at the rate of $1.48, the pound is at the bottom of the range in which it was traded against the US currency recently. This is by 2% lower than the rate at which it was traded at the beginning of the month. Also, this is almost by 10% lower than the high of this year achieved in January, and by 12% lower than the high of the previous year. In the same way, the euro, which is hardly can be called as the most popular major currency, is traded against the pound. The adherents of the British pound insist on the fact that the British pound had already overcome its crisis. The budget of Finance Minister, which is targeted at the recovery of the finance sector and forces the rating agencies to be only observers, may not be a factor which causes the scale sales of the pound, which the most part of market participants fear. It was Forex News provided to you by InstaForex News team. Goodbye.